Hey, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Today's video is a craft. This is something I have made before, but not themed. They're the little birdhouses that you get at Dollar Tree. And I made them a couple years ago just for in here. You know, I think they're like pink and burgundy, those type colors. And well, I don't think, I know. That sounded crazy. But when I saw them in the store again, they come and go. Right now, they're out in pretty much every dollar store I've been in. So if you want to do them, they're out there now. When I saw them again, I thought, I think I'll make me some little Christmas birdhouses. So that's what I did. And I thought I'll just bring you along in case you would be interested in making one for yourself. It's a very simple project, fun to do. You can, dress them up however you want to dress them up. That'd be up to you. I left mine just kind of simple, I guess you could say. So that's what we're doing today. We're making little Christmas birdhouses. So let's just turn around and get started. Now let's make our little birdhouses. These are just the plain little birdhouses you get in the crafter square at Dollar Tree. I've already done one. They're two different ones. One's got one hole and two's got two. So I did this one. And I probably could have put other stuff on it, maybe moths or little odds and ends, but I just wanted to keep it simple. So I thought, well, I'll bring you along and show you how I did it. So the first thing we want to do on this is a little sanding. You can see like the edges are, I don't know if you can see, the edges are kind of rough. So just go through and this is a little finger sander. I got it at either Home Depot or Lowe's. I can't remember one or the other. Or just get you a little piece of sandpaper and just touch up the edges. So we'll do that. Okay, I got the little house sanded. Now pick two complementary sheets of paper. I think these look pretty together. And since I did plaid on the top here and pattern on the sides, I'm going to do just the opposite with this. I'm going to do the pattern on the top and the plaid on the side. So let's do the top first. I want to get the top one side corner as evenly on the paper as I can get. And then I'm going to mark with a pencil along the edge. Hold on, I'm going to have to. That is the left. Okay, now let's do the right. And this one's just going up on the, I really shouldn't use that edge, just where I ripped it out of the, I'm gonna change that. Can you see that where I ripped the little top edge off that goes in the book? I don't want to cut it down and it's going to be smaller since I just measured it. So we're going to try this again. Just put the edge along the straight line. I know you see nothing but my hand. Okay, that is the right. So let's do the left. Now I'm not butting them up against each other on this line because I may have to trim it. And then that would cut into one of the other ones. So that is the left. And I think I cut that a little, don't that look a little crooked to you? Now for these, we just have to measure. Four and a half, and then we'll measure on the inside there by right at 6. So I'm going to do both sides the same. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this one out. I could have done this with the roof. But I'm just going to take a chance that both of these sides are the same. Now, we have to figure out this back one. So it is 5.5 and go from the peak by 9. So let's see. Here's a straight edge. We'll just chop this paper all up. Okay, now what we have to do is put that down and make, see these little flaps sticking out? We know we're going to have to cut it smaller. It took me several times on the other one, but that gets me in the right vicinity. So cut off the, and then it's just, for me, there might be an easier way to do it, but for me, it's just a trial and error. Okay, I think that fits good enough for me. Now we're going to head over to the paint desk. Okay, so I had the other one red on the front and green on the top. I want to do this opposite. So I'm going to do red on the top. We'll just start with, let's do the insides first. So we'll do green. This is just Apple Barrel Christmas green. I think I got it at, no, I didn't get it at Michael's. I've had this for, I don't even want to tell you how long, but it's still, it still paints. So, now you do want to kind of be careful along the roof line. You're not going to be perfect. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to be perfect. Okay, now we want to paint the edges because the paper may be short and we don't want to show through the natural wood of the armory on the bottom. You can paint the whole thing. As long as you got the edges, it doesn't matter about the rest. going to do our red. Okay, so there's our little painted house. We will let it dry completely, and I'll show you the next step. Okay. Our birdhouse is completely dry. The next step, this is optional, but I think it makes it look better, is I'm using my Waverly Antique Wax. Now, if you don't have this, I imagine any stain will do, because you know how you stain things and you wipe it off? That's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the front. And this is okay if you get it underneath here, because we're going to do that too. We're going to do the edges. Since I'm getting it all over it, I'll just go ahead and I'm using an old t-shirt of David's. Let's see, I'm using that for something else. You just want to come along and wipe it off. So it just tints it brown, gives it an older look, not so stark. This is not dry enough to glue on, and I'm going to tie a bow on that, but it is dry enough to put a little bling on. This is just some glitter paint, gold glitter paint that I have, and I'm just going to add a little bling to the perch. It's completely optional, but I thought it was fun. And it's just gold glitter, it's not gold paint. So it'll just barely sparkle. All right, now when this completely dries, we will put on our paper. Now that the stain is dry, we're going to put our paper decorations on. And for that, we need Mod Podge. We will, and I'll go ahead. I coat the whole thing to seal it. I have matte, You can use whatever you want. If you like gloss, use gloss. You can get little bottles of these at the Dollar Tree too. So if you don't use a lot of Mod Podge, then that will be the perfect size for you, just to have a little, like if you do little odds and ends like these. And this will dry clear. You do kind of want to, you see that glue bump there. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay, we'll go ahead and put the sides on first. So I'm going to give it a good be sure to get all the way on the edges. Okay. Okay. Now, we will go around and we're going to do the whole bottom before we do the top. And coat the top because we want to seal it in. And while you're at it, you can paint underneath on the edges. Now we will just let this dry and we will finish it off. All right, our little house is dried. You can see it's this right here is why you want to paint it, because if you don't get your paper exactly right, it just kind of blends in. But that's pretty good right there. So it's all ready. The only last thing we do is, this is some jute twine that I got at the Dollar Tree. You can use regular jute around it, but I like to put something around the edge just to decorate it. And two, it hides, like if you get your paint on, you know, the top or the bottom where it shouldn't be. So let's see what size. And then we are just going to hot glue it. Okay, then all I want to do is tiny little, that's probably overkill on the jute here. And then the last thing, I have this stuff that I got at the Dollar Tree forever ago. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I want to just put some in here for nesting. And let some of it, well, I got too much. I want some to stick out, and I got it down in there too far. I want it sticking out that far. So, there. And there is our little birdhouse. Here are both our houses. I think they turned out adorable. Now, you can fancy them up as much as you want to. I just wanted mine nice and plain. I mean, you can maybe put some kind of decorative snow across the rooftop if you wanted to. Have little baby birds. I'm sure they have them at the craft store if you go look, sitting on the little perch or on the ledge of the little opening. Maybe you could put moss around the bottom. Whatever you want to do, you could decorate it up, but I just want to keep mine just plain and simple. I have enough other I have enough other stuff in this house that I just wanted these to be nice and simple. So there you have it. There are our little Dollar Tree birdhouses. Just took me a day to do them. The longest part was drying in between, so just nice little easy craft. I think you could even work with these with children. Just help them with the glue gun and cutting the stuff out. So there you have it. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Vlogmas.